Hey y'all, welcome back, or welcome to. This is a practice that's a little bit different than what you're normally going to find in this subscription, and I'm trying to add more of these, so if you like it, let me know and tell me that you want more and I'll add more. But this is going to be a restorative practice, about half an hour, and for me, this is what I like to do whenever it's like end of the day. Maybe I've been traveling and I have 30 minutes of alone time. Maybe I had a day where it was just really full of anxiety, or I've got something I'm working through at the moment, so I'm feeling overwhelmed. This is just something to kind of settle the nervous system. So you'll see that what I'm working with here this evening is a couple of pillows. That's really all you need. So no matter where you are, if you can grab like one of your more dense pillows, and then maybe like a accent pillow. And that's all you're gonna need for this. So come on down to your back to begin with. And we're gonna start out by just taking the smaller pillow and lifting your hips enough to slide it right underneath you. And so then you've got a little bit of cushion for your lower back and your sacral area. And then you're gonna take your legs just right up into the air. I like to goalpost my arms back behind me here and, just kind of think about this as flipping your perspective. Get your feet up per se. Feel the backs of the legs starting to open, and maybe there's even a little bit of tension in the hamstrings. You can always bend your knees a bit if so. Maybe it feels nice to circle your feet around and feel the little intrinsic air bubbles around your ankles popping. Maybe you're curling your toes and then stretching them out and hitting the gas pedal 1 foot at a time just to open up the front of the ankle, and then drawing the toes down towards the face and pushing the heels up. You'll feel that back space of the legs open up quite a bit. And then just soften. Take a little bend into the knees. Let the feet flop inward towards one another. Take a big deep breath in and let it go. You are in the space now to just vibe. Whatever it is that you've got going on, even if restorative practice really shouldn't be only for days that suck. I mean, there's a fantastic feeling to experience rest even if the day was not stressful. So let your legs continue to just feel weightless, as if they were these two things just rising above you. Allow your middle and upper back to sink deeper in towards the floor, and maybe consider even rocking the head right and left. Y'all, Leo has the zoomies right now, so if you can see this, you might see him sprint through the room once or twice. He just went for a nice walk and ate a really lovely steak dinner. Here he comes. And now he's just doing laps around the house. I guess that's just what little dudes do. Now, bend your knees and bring your thighs in towards your chest and just rock. You're still up on that pillow, so your lower back is supported. Just rock a little bit to each side. Think of this as like a complimentary lower back massage. And then settle the feet down and fix the pillow if you need to. It might have slid down a little bit while you were rocking. And with that pillow still underneath your hips, take your right leg up into the air, bend the knee and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. So right ankle on top of the left thigh. It's a figure 4. Stretch, and then take the whole structure of your legs like this in this figure 4 and pull it in towards the chest. And then if you like, you can stick your right arm in between your legs and reach around for your hamstrings on the left leg. and maybe even grab the left hand. So you're in this, what we call in yoga, a reclined pigeon pose. And relax the left foot. If you've got it all jerked up there and, tense, relax it. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, flutter the lips like this. And you might feel a deep stretch in your right butt cheek, and that's really good. That's where you want it. Wherever you're holding tension in the body, release it. Check in. We clench in the weirdest of places. So is it the jaw? Are you squeezing the eyes? Are you pursing the lips? The only place you really want to make a habit of clenching is your perineum, your pelvic floor, also known as I guess it's the space right between your private parts and your anus, so whatever you call that. Anyway, that's a good thing to clench. The rest of it, maybe not so much. But for now, we'll go for zero clenching. Okay, let's take this to the other side. Enough clench talk. Release that, take the legs down, and just settle for a second. And then when you're ready, left leg goes up, knee bends, left ankle over right thigh. So you're in this nice figure four stretch, and then pull all that in towards the face and take a bind behind the right hamstrings. I did a lower body workout yesterday, so I am so sore in my legs. So this is actually the creative genius behind doing this class. I really just wanted to get a good restful, but today I was beating myself up all day. Do the yoga, and I had so much stuff to do, and this is what the yoga looks like for me today, and that's okay. Relax your feet if you're holding them at attention. Take a breath and flutter the lips. You are doing everything to the best of your ability. And we forget that sometimes. We're our own worst critics. I feel like sometimes at the end of the day, all I think about are all the things I didn't get done, and I don't make time to celebrate the wins. And so, it was nearing the end of the day, and I was like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. But look what you are doing right now, and how good this is for your body and your mind and your spirit, and how nice you're going to be to the next person you see whenever you complete your yoga practice. So enlightened, so new, so refreshed. Let's undo that. Take the feet down, and when they come down to earth, lift the hips and slide that the pillow out from under you. And then stick it between your legs, like so. Take your feet to the ground, pick up your hips and send them to the right about 2 or 3 inches. And then take the knees up and shins up. Take a twist over to the left. So you're going to be in a nice little twist with something squishy between your legs. Take your arms out to a big wide T. And maybe to complete the twist, turn your head and look to the right hand. And then close down your eyes. Now imagine if somebody came and put their hand on your outer right thigh and your inner right shoulder and push them in opposite directions. So as you think about bringing your right knee closer to the left and think about keeping your right shoulder anchored to the floor, feel the sensation, feel the deepening in that twist. Twists are really good for stimulating your appetite, but they're also really good for getting the kinks out of your lower back. And what causes lower back pain? Okay, a weak core, right? So if you've got weak abs, you probably have a sore lower back. Because the lower back is like the pitch in and let me help friend of the abdominals. It's just that, overachiever wants to do something all the time. The more you strengthen your core, the less work your lower back does in overcompensating. So twists are really good for kind of reversing that. And if you can do, a little bit of core work every week on top of all the other things you're doing already, you will notice an improvement in the happiness of your lower back. All right, let's come out of that. And we'll just switch to the other side. So first take the feet down, pick up your hips and send them over to the left side of the mat now. And then pick the legs up and take that twist over to the right. And when you get there, resituate yourself. So, let the left shoulder blade come back down to the ground. Let the legs stack one on top of the other, and then maybe you turn your head to the left. And get a couple of good deep breaths there first before you start changing anything. Just allow your body to land and allow it to be heavy and allow it to be free of effort. Are you breathing deeply? Okay, now, as if someone came and stood over you and put their hand on your left outer thigh and your left inner shoulder and pushed in opposite directions, can you push the left knee to the right and push the left shoulder blade to the ground and feel that deepening in your stretch, right in your side core? And breathe a few times through that so that that stretch has the space to articulate, and then your body feels the echo of the pose. You might ask, Jade, what is this wisdom behind the echo of the pose? And what I want you to understand is it's this really beautiful feeling of the intentions of every posture kind of vibrating through your body. Your body takes what it needs from the practice. Your body is not selfish. It takes what it needs from everything. Sometimes you give it too much. Check in with your breath. The breath is the most vital part of your yoga practice, so if you are not mindful of your breathing, it won't work. So slow it down and deepen it. The next thing we're going to do is going to be for the shoulders, more of an upper body thing. So I'm going to give you two options for this. And it's really just about, where you're at today in your physical body, mobility, and desire. So go ahead and come back out of that twist now. and take your blanket out from between your legs, set it to the side, and then just pick up your legs, take your hands behind your thighs and rock up to a seat. I'm going to show you the first thing we're going to do, the first option, which will be from child's pose. It's going to be a thread the needle on each side, and what that looks like is, and if you've got tight legs and you're not coming into a child's pose where your butt touches your heels, you can always take that thinner pillow and bring it behind you. That's kind of nice for cushion. And then what you'll do is come forward, raise your right arm up, and then slide it under the left and come down onto that right shoulder. I like to walk my left hand really far forward so that I can let that left shoulder sink as well. And that's option number one. Option number two is going to be a little bit more intense. So if you've got shoulder, if you're recovering from shoulder surgery or you've just got really tight shoulders in general, handle with care, okay? You're going to come all the way to the ground, and then you're going to stretch your right arm out to the right like a capital T, bend your left knee and roll over your right side and step your left foot over your right leg. Let the head come down, and maybe you just relax the left arm. Okay, so this is option two. And now we wait. There are, several major joint structures in the body that need to be explored in order for overall health and vitality. Think about your knees, your hips, your shoulders, your wrists, and your ankles. Obviously, there's more, but having mobility in these areas is a good thing. But sometimes we're not, we're just not there. And the body feels different every single day, no matter what you do, no matter how consistent you are. So for me, the challenge in this practice, slowing down, is observing without judgment. This is hard for me today. Or, wow, this is something I really needed. Whatever comes up, just observing it and acting from that space rather than judging yourself. If you could do the splits every day, there would be nothing to get excited about. I can do the splits like once a month and have one day where I'm just really, wow, that's amazing. And then all the other days I try, I'm like, oh, okay, not today, not happening. Let's switch sides. So come on back to your belly, or if you were in that child's pose, then, I'll show you the next side. It's just going to be taking the left arm up and threading the needle. Bring your shoulder all the way down to the ground and then slide your right arm forward. And then if you were on your belly, you'll come back to your belly and stretch your left arm out, bend your right knee and roll over the left side. And you'll be able to see on camera kind of what this looks like from the back. So, for future reference. Let the head rest. So we're not clenching anywhere. We're not doing anything that's causing tension.
I hope that whoever's watching this is enjoying it, first of all, but secondly, I want to say how grateful I am for those of you that are subscribing to this, because, you know, moving to another country, to another city is always really interesting and fun, and I love the challenge, but I didn't realize how much I was going to miss, you know, not having like my neighborhood English speaking yoga studio to just go teach at. And several of you watching this are students of mine that have come to the studios that I've worked at and supported me there. And by supporting me here, I'm just so grateful. So thank you for helping me to continue to do this. And if there's ever any, you know, special class that you want or emphasis on something or a tutorial video, please just email me and let me know. I'm here for you. Let's come out of that. And either one that you did, we're going to come up to the knees and the shins for just a moment. You'll just sit on your shins and take your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers and just pull down and pull your shoulder blades together. So squeeze your shoulder blades, let your head drop. And if you want a little something extra, come forward onto the crown of the head and pick the arms up. And how far can you take them forward? Good. Okay. Last thing before we come back down to the back, come to stand on your shins, step your right foot out really far, and then take your left fingertips down to the ground. Reach your right arm overhead, and make your right side body so long. Maybe you can come all the way down to your left palm and still reach the right fingers up and over. So we're making this nice crescent shape with the right side of the body. Breathe in very deeply. Split yourself apart from outer foot to fingertip. And then release that and do the other side. So step the right foot in, step the left foot out, and come up and over with the left arm. Good. Let that go. Take your bigger pillow now. And if you've been doing yoga for a while or you're just really bendy in your back, you can use both. I'm going to use one, and I'm going to put my littler accent pillow behind it for my head just in case I need it. And then you're going to come sit right with your butt right at the edge of that pillow, long ways. Take the soles of your feet together if you like. If your hips are feeling super tight, you can also just stretch your legs out in front of you. But this is also really nice, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Go ahead and lie back. Oh, that's so nice with the pillow behind the pillow. Then you can lift up your legs like butterfly wings coming together and slide your hands right underneath your upper thighs and then let them open back up. And maybe that is just the best thing ever. If you want less, just slide the feet forward a little bit and make a diamond shape in your legs longer, more vertical. And if you really want to spread out, if you need that chest opener, release the hands from behind the legs and take the arms out. Okay, this is the last shape we're going to do in this practice. And I want you to imagine with me, okay, we're going to go through some breath together. Imagine that you've got a magical ring around your waist. Like a golden ring, like the Lord of the Rings, not the evil one. And with every breath that expands your trunk, right? So every inhale, I want you to think about all 360 degrees of your torso expanding towards the inside of that ring. So not just the belly rising, but the sides of the stomach, the sides of the back of the back, the belly button, everything. Think of it as a circle, as a cylinder. With every breath in, expanding to reach, to yearn towards touching that magical gold ring around you. And with every breath, the flesh falls away from it. You breathe in to expand. And you breathe out. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Continue this breath. Continue expanding the trunk, the entire cylinder of your torso, closer to that shiny gold ring that wraps around you. And with every exhale, deflate the torso, go inward. And as you breathe in, expand outward. And as you retreat inward, release what you don't need. And as you expand outward, take in what you do. After about 5 or 6 rounds of breath like this, 5 or 6 more, I invite you to slow your breath down and become unaware of it as you stretch your legs out long and lie here in this supported back bend, aka supported heart opener, for another couple of minutes. And as you do so, I invite you to think of 3 things that you're really grateful for in this moment. And I thank you very much for practicing with me. As always, take time to rest, take time to be awesome, and thank you so much. We'll see you next time.